Hey everyone, Hassan here, and I got a special video for you today. Just arrived. Today is Friday, September 26th, 1 week after the new iPhone 6 and 6 Plus released. I finally got mine, the iPhone 6 Plus. It just arrived in the mail right now, and I want to do a quick little unboxing, and then I'll kind of do a hands-on impressions thing as the second part of this video. Very plain looking box. I actually kind of think it's really dumb looking because there's like an outline of a phone here. But it's so bland. Like, what kind of a box? I mean, I know it's just a box, but like, seriously, you got all the barcodes and stuff there. But I got the 64 gigabyte model iPhone 6 Plus in space gray. So all I did is I took off the shrink wrap, but let's kind of take it out. Oh, snap. Look at that. Look at that right there. This thing is pretty huge, but it is awesome. I'll take off the plastic in just a second here. So you got this. You got your charging cables, of course, and the earbuds. So your standard stuff that it comes with. But yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. Definitely pretty big, but I'm excited to set this thing up. Awesome. So I'm actually about to head back to work. And then I'm gonna kind of set this up and mess around with it for a bit, and then you're about to watch my hands-on impressions, so stay tuned for that. Alright, here is the iPhone 6 Plus out of the box. Here it is. I set this up at work, and then I was kind of messing around with it for a couple hours and everything, and now it's time to post a little video with some hands-on impressions. So, I like this thing. It is definitely massive. I mean, here's my hand. I mean, it's kind of hard to get an appreciation for the scale of this sort of thing, but it really is big. It definitely is. Just, you know, let me show you an up-close look at the phone, and then I'll do comparisons with the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5. So, just like the 5S, 6, and now the 6 Plus, you got your Touch ID sensor right there. You got your speakerphone area right there. On the side, you have your volume rockers right there and the mute button. The top does not have anything because now the button has been moved to the side there. You got your power and lock button right there. And you have the SIM card right there. And this is actually quite nice. Because you have the taller phone now, it would have been awkward to still have the button up top. So it's nice that they designed it this way. I'll see how it is in regular use with taking pictures and everything, because I feel like it might be easier sometimes when taking pictures with this side, but you use, you know, the volume switch. I don't know. I'll have to try that out. But so far, I think this design choice seems to make sense. And you have the bottom of the phone as well. You got your headphone slot, the microphone, the lightning port right there, and the speakers. So yeah, I mean, overall this thing is great. I really do like it. On the back, you know, you got your camera. The camera does kind of stick out a little bit. So I don't know, it might be kind of hard to see, but it does stick up a little bit. But really, I mean, you can pretty much place it flat on the ground. It's really not noticeable at all. This is the space gray color, by the way, and it is really like a silver color, to be honest with you. It is definitely silver, and I actually kind of dig that. I really do like silver, and I considered getting the silver color, but I wanted the black front. So in a way, this is kind of like exactly what I wanted. So it's not as dark as you would think. It's actually quite light, but I really like that. So I am very happy with that. But just keep an eye on it if you wanted like something more of a black color. This is probably the closest you're going to get to it, but it's really not black. So just, you know, FYI about that. But it feels really nice. It is definitely very nice. It is pretty heavy. Like in one hand, it is kind of odd to use. But two hands, I mean, you get a good grip and you're using this hand for stuff. It is very nice. So I do like that there. It'll take me a little bit of getting used to the bigger size, but it's still pretty nice. For comparisons, my sister let me borrow her iPhone 6 again, so thank you, Amina, for letting me do that. So, in terms of thinness, the iPhone 6 is slightly thinner, but really it's, you know, you can't really notice the difference between the two. You know, it's really hard to even tell the difference there. The design is exactly identical. Side by side, there is the 6 and the 6 Plus. So the 6 having the 4.7 inch screen and the 6 Plus with the 5.5 inch screen. So just kind of make note of that. But they're both the space gray color, so you can kind of see. And they both look really nice. I really do like them. So that's something pretty cool there. For comparison with the 5, so this is my old iPhone, my iPhone 5. So definitely a huge upgrade there from 5 to 6 Plus. Definitely. Actually, I guess I should show you with the 6, kind of like an overlap there. So that's kind of the overlap that you're going to get. And if I add in the 5, there is the overlap right there. So you can definitely see the differences, basically. You know, if you wanted to kind of compare and see, especially even the thickness. The 5 itself, when that came out, felt so thin and light, but oh my goodness, now they made it even thinner and lighter. It's crazy. So definitely a sizable difference, especially like if you're like me going from a 5 to a 6 Plus. Huge upgrade right there, huge. So do keep an eye on that. But you know, again, even the 5 to the 6 is still a decent update. It's actually pretty nice. You know, you can kind of compare the two. I did another video before like it. So it's actually still pretty nice. So the 6 is still pretty sweet. But just know, 6 Plus is massive. So let's actually kind of turn these things on here real quick. I set up the fingerprint thing on here. Yay! So let me get into my sister's one too. So yeah, I mean, this thing is pretty sweet. I'll do some comparisons first. So I got the 6 right here and the 6 Plus. So these are the 6 and the 6 Plus. So if you kind of wanted a comparison of that. So again, I mean, really cool. They can both get 6 rows of icons. So there is that. So I had to like rearrange my icons and try and get stuff to fit on there. And it is, again, a sizable upgrade going from the 5 to the 6 Plus. So you get an extra row of icons, and there's so much space between all the icons too, because they don't know what to do with the space. So it's definitely a big upgrade there. So do keep an eye on that in case you're curious. So that's kind of all the comparisons I want to do. But some quick little rundowns of this thing in terms of some of the features. So one thing that it actually has, because you know some people may want to use it with one hand, you can double tap. Don't push on it, just because if you were to push on it, here's what would happen. The multitasking, right? But you don't want multitasking. If you double tap, it comes down. And the idea is if you use it with one hand, you can easily access stuff like that. That's kind of nice, although if you're holding it, the only way to, like if I hold it like normal, like this, my thumb doesn't reach the button there. So I have to hold it like this. And it's somewhat serviceable, maybe if I'm like lying in bed or something, because then if it falls, it's not a big deal, it falls on my bed. But out in public, I'm not going to hold my phone from the very bottom of it. That feels kind of dangerous. You know, especially if somebody bumps into you, you don't have a grip on it. So I like that. I do like that they included it. But in many cases, it might not be completely practical to use. You know, but you can kind of get used to using the two hands and stuff, and it works pretty well for that. Now, one thing that the 6 Plus has that the 6 does not is you can also have it in landscape mode. So that's pretty nice. And it actually takes, so you only have 4 icons in each row in portrait mode, but in landscape mode you have 6 icons in each row. So 24 icons total. So either 4 by 6 or 6 by 4. So that's actually pretty nice. And it's actually pretty handy too in let me see if I can pull up, I guess I can't really, I would have shown you my email, but I can't show the email because I have some stuff in there for work. But I'll show you certain things. Let me see if my calendar is good enough. Sure. So basically, I'll just kind of cover up part of it. You can have like a side view. So you have your normal calendar view right here, right? You can kind of view stuff or like single days worth of stuff or whatever. But you turn it sideways and you actually can see your meetings and everything. It's kind of hard to see. See your meetings on the right side and the calendar on the left. So basically what I'm trying to say is you have room to kind of do both, like multitask somewhat, which is kind of nice. Kind of just like on the iPad. It's very similar layout to that. So that's definitely pretty nice. Now the 6 Plus has the better battery, although I can't really tell you the tests of battery life because I've just got this thing today. But so far it's been pretty good. I mean, I've been using it quite a bit and it's only at 41%, and usually by now it would have been probably dead. Although I charge my phone all the time, like in the car and stuff, so it's hard for me to really say. And it does also have optical image stabilization with the camera. I've only taken just 1 or 2 pictures, so I can't really say how that compares and everything. But what's also really cool, now this is both the 6 and 6 Plus. You can do 60 frames per second video, and I tried it. It's very smooth and very awesome. And slow-mo video is so much fun. So I'm going to end this little hands-on thing with a fun little slow-mo video. But in the meantime, yeah, I mean, this thing is great. I really do like the bigger screen and everything. It's something that I was afraid I would think is too big, but I had it in my pocket for a little while and it fit just fine. I think it looks great, and just overall, I'm really enjoying it, you know. So I also do want to show you the cases that we have. So my sister, I think I showed this in the last video maybe, she got the Apple leather case, the black color. So I'll kind of put hers back in her little case there. Okay, and it slides on just like so. And I got the same case, but for the 6 Plus. So, it's such a big phone. I'm not too big on something that bulky. I wanted something nice and compact, and it adds a nice grip. You know, it definitely has a nice grip to it, nice texture. It's very minimal, looks nice and classy, and yeah, I mean, it's good. I like it. So you can kind of, you know, compare the two right there, the 6 and the 6 Plus with the Apple case on it. So it's open on the bottom there, and the camera cutout has an opening as well. And you know, you have easy access. There's covers over the buttons, but you can easily press them, no problem. The mute button you have easy access to get in there. So I have no problems at all with this leather case so far. So I'm definitely really liking it. And overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the 6 Plus. So I'll definitely, obviously, I'll use this a lot because this is my main phone. But I am definitely looking forward to just messing around with this and seeing what other features it has. So that should be a lot of fun. So with that if you got with that said, and that's that. I kind of combined the two. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and I'll try and answer them for you. Please, like, stop all these comments about watch out for your phone bending and this, you know, bend gate. Oh no, iPhone 6 Plus is prone to bending. I'm not really going to respond if that's, you know, if that's what your comment is going to be. I am rather annoyed with that because I cannot tell you how many times people came up to me today and said, you know, oh my gosh, watch out for your phone, it's going to bend. No, it's not. Do your research, people. If you do your research, only 9 phones had the issue, some of which people bumped into other people, so obviously your phone's going to bend. And if you see the famous video of the phone bending, it's a guy going like this, and putting all his pressure on the phone, and then it bends. Well, of course it's going to do that. I mean, yeah, some phones may be tougher than others in that sense, and they may not bend, but that's irrelevant because nobody's going to be doing that to any of the phones, so what's the point, you know? So that's just stop. There is no bend gate. It doesn't exist. It's rather annoying now. So I'm enjoying the phone. Get a case if you're that worried about it. I mean, even something like this, and it'll be totally fine. So that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my brief little unboxing and hands-on review, impressions more like, of the iPhone 6 Plus. So yeah, that is that. 6 Plus, 6, and 5. So you kind of have your idea of the sizes right there. So with that being said, let me end with a fun little slow-mo video recorded with my iPhone 6 Plus.